Well, suicide always a difficult topic, especially for those of us in the media as we struggle to figure out the right way to cover it. And in the past, we've asked Richard Kramer to join us. He is the Distress Services Director for the BC Crisis Centre. When you heard this story, especially the way it played out online, your reaction?
Disappointed, sad, not shocked. Unfortunately, online streaming of suicide attempts has happened before, so in that sense, it's not news. It's always disturbing that it happens. So,
let's start with the young man here in terms of what his motivation possibly would be for going online saying he wanted to commit suicide. Why would somebody do that?
We talked a little bit about in the office, and one idea would be sort of like an online suicide note. Just an indication to the people out there that this is what I'm going to do. Another way of looking at it is a message. I'm in a lot of pain, I'm considering suicide, and this is what I'm going to do. We look at it more as this is a communication of something disturbing, painful, unfortunate going on in the person's life that they would consider ending it by suicide.
And I always think that, we look at these things thinking rationally. Quite possibly, and almost certainly the person going through this isn't looking at it the same way we are. Let's talk about the 200 people plus online who were watching and tried to watch. There's some people who couldn't log in. What do you make of that?
It's hard to come up with any type of, motive of why people might be doing that. It could be, I'd like to think some of them perhaps were sincerely interested and wanted to help, and surely from what the information I'm reading, some of them were that way. They were encouraging the person to reach out and get help. Other people, maybe it's a fascination like some people seem to have if there's like a motor vehicle accident, people stop and look. I don't know. Yeah.
Some people will look at this and think it's just one of those new things in an online world, but it seems to me that throughout my lifetime I've heard of people long before the internet who would stand, when somebody's on the window ledge and yell jump in a kind of ghoulish way of egging somebody on. So this kind of behavior, I guess, is certainly nothing new.
It's not new. It certainly is not. And it has been going on for quite some time. Online video streaming of people's suicide attempts, at least when I looked today, was one from 2007, so that's been going on for a long time. And as you say, people hanging out and when someone's on suicide, on a ledge, thinking of suicide, people yelling and jump. And the more positive side of that is you don't hear it as often, but when people also, when they're going across, someone's on a bridge and they're thinking of jumping, other people going by and they're saying things, don't jump, or throwing notes of, please don't, think of yourself. So there's both sides of that. We keep getting caught up in the negative side of it, or people being encouraging is sort of whatever that fascination is around death. There's also that group of people that are really positive and encouraging of life as well.
Many of those people are the people who answer the phones here in British Columbia at the Crisis Centre and similar operations right across the country. There's lots of help for people, and they and their friends need to seek that out. And Richard, thank you very much for coming in tonight.
Thanks for asking me.